And when you get to this page, page 314, you're continuing to solve systems of linear equations where there is one nonlinear and one linear equation in the system. If we look at O, for instance, on this page it's a little more complicated because the results are not factorable. So for O, we'll write that out here. O. Y equals x squared is 1 and x plus y equals 3. So in this case what we need to do is we need to isolate the y again, so y equals x squared. In this case, if we subtract it, y equals negative x plus 3. And that means that x squared equals negative x plus 3 because this is y and this is y, and therefore they equal each other. So if x squared equals negative x plus 3, we can put it all on the same side. X squared plus x minus 3 equals 0 is the translation of that. And that cannot be factored. There aren't any numbers that can be multiplied to negative 3 and added to plus 1. So we'll use the quadratic formula, which we know is minus b plus or minus root b squared plus 4ac over 2a. We might want to just check the determinant very quickly just to make sure that there is a possible solution. B squared is 1 plus 4ac. 4 times a, well, it's 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So b squared minus 12, it's going to be like 13. So it's a positive number, and as a positive number there will be two solutions. If it was a negative number and there was no solutions, I could stop right there. But let's just plug in the values here. So x squared, or sorry, minus b, of course, is minus 1. And that's plus or minus root b squared, which is 1, plus 4ac, b squared minus 4ac. What am I saying? B squared minus 4ac. 4 times 1 is 4, times negative 3 is negative 12, over 2 times a, which is 2. So this then gets simplified as negative 1 plus or minus root 13 over 2. And there's no way to really simplify that. It's an irrational number. If you have a calculator, you can get a digital or a decimal approximation of it. But essentially, those are your two values of x. And in order to determine y, the easiest thing to do is to plug it into this equation where it is squared. So you'll have two values that are squared, either negative 1, oops, let's move it up here, negative 1 plus root 13 over 2, or negative 1 minus root 13 over 2 squared. And those are your values of y. So you can use your algebra. I don't have enough space to figure that out here, but you just multiply that by itself and you end up with the values for y. I'll show you this one just because I just have just a little bit of space here. So this one here, negative 1 plus root 13 over 2 times negative 1 plus root 13 over 2 equals, well, the top times the top goes on top and the bottom times the bottom, so that goes over 4. And this can actually get FOILed. So negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Root 13 times negative 1 is minus root 13. Minus 1 times root 13 is minus root 13. And root 13 times root 13 equals 13. So that then can be simplified again. We still have space. Yeah. That is 14 minus 2 root 13 over 4. You can cancel a 2 out of here, but that's about as simple as it gets. So that's one of your solutions for y. And your solutions for x, that was your x there. Two of them, a plus and a minus. Oh, that's complicated.